These are the conjunctions which can decipher career best for you. Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. We have been doing a number of series, and Astro Assurance is the channel which brings about the most permutations and combinations. House Lords conjunct with different house lords, house lord conjunct with different planets, number of combinations of the Navamsa, number of combinations of different planetary forces in energies, in synergies, in aspects, in doshas and yogas, whatnot. So if there is one channel which is most comprehensive in most amount of information which is brought to you in terms of permutations and combinations, and most lucrative information coming to you to be able to decipher your own horoscope, it is Astro Assurance. If you find any other channel which brings more permutations, more combinations in more variety of ways and means that the information is presented to me, then please present it to you, then you please tell me. Now, as we said that we are doing the series of house lords in conjunction with different planets. We have already done the house lords conjunct, like for example the first house lord conjunct with different planets. Different planets by virtue we mean Sun, Moon, Mars and so on. Second house conjunct with different planets. Eighth house lord conjunct with different planets and so on. We have done a number of them. Today we will be talking about the 10th house lord conjunct with different planets, and this is one of the very important conjunctions because the 10th house lord is not only about your career, your work, your profession, your vocation, but also your karma, how you are looking at doing your karma on a day-to-day basis, your kriyaman karma, how your job will give you those designations, those promotions, those growth, and how your relations with your supervisors will also bring about certain results for you. So let's not waste time, let's jump in and see how the 10th house lord in conjunction with different planets will bring about different possibilities for us, different probabilities for us, and different results for us. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Sun, so here we are combining career, authority, work, your approach to work, your reputation at work, your dedication and commitment to work, and how you're working with higher ups, your rapport with supervisors, all of that with the authority, the accountability, the leadership and the ownership of the Sun. So here the 10th house lord conjunct with Sun means this is an individual who will combine their work ethics with a high degree of responsibility and accountability which the Sun will bring in, which means this is a person who will not hesitate to take up higher responsibilities, high accountability also. However, this person will also vie for or put up their hand for higher authority also. So if the high authority is not given to them, then there will be certain hesitation. Why should I take accountability? Why should I take responsibility if the authority is not given to me? So these people also cherish authority while also cherishing responsibility and leadership also. So usually these are the people who will also put up their hand first, where a certain degree of ownership also comes in. So these are the people who will also be those taskmasters at work and will work hard with the team members. Sometimes they will not hesitate to even give instructions to the people who are at the same level and drive the workforce, drive results. So usually the high leadership is very happy with these people because these people seem to be the most responsible people at work also, and bring in a high degree of high motivation, high energy to other people also. So usually these people slowly will rise to the top of the ranks by sheer dedication and accountability and authority that they are able to showcase. And in the most trying of circumstances, when the leadership has to depend on somebody, this is a person who will be able to come to the fore best and will be able to sometimes crack the whip, maybe kick somebody's ass to be able to get the work done. And so usually these people have an ability to shine because of the work that they do, because of how they are able to take their teams along, and how they are able to show a certain degree of accountability and responsibility while also bringing about the results. However, sometimes these people also bring in their own self-respect. and their own pride, sometimes their own ego also connected to work. So usually on the flip side, these people can become too authoritative at work, too controlling also at work, wanting to lead all the time, wanting to take authority all the time. So these people have to be a little careful. However, if you're looking at one conjunction which can take you to the top, where you get both authority, you get controlling power, you also get a lot of people looking up to you, where you also are seeing somebody as a lion at work, somebody who can lead from the front, then this is a conjunction which will be one of the most rewarding conjunctions connected to work when you have 10th house lord conjunct with Sun. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Mercury, so here you're combining your work, your career, your authority at work, your reputation at work, your dedication, the kind of work you do, your approach to work, approach to higher seniors, work ethics, all with the analytical ability, the practicality, the logic, the perfection, the servicing ability with skills and the logical perspective to be able to combine with the work ethics. So this is an individual who at work will usually bring in a high degree of analysis to how they do work. And these people depend on information, these people depend on certain degree of logic, certain degree of intellectual ability that they bring to work. So these people will not be somebody who will just jump into do certain work or certain responsibilities without looking into what is the data, what is the history which is brought in about the results they have achieved so far. So they will be able to combine a number of things apart from their own intellectual capability, their competence, the practicality, and then get the work done. So usually if you want very high degree of precision, you want high degree of completeness combining with the financial acumen which Mercury brings in, then this is a very good conjunction to have. So usually you will find these people in those areas of work or those responsibilities where you need to also bring in a perfection, but also keep an eye on the financial perspective. Sometimes these people can also be taken too much by their analysis, their logic, their practicality, and not look at the softer aspects of work. So usually these people, while being very good taskmasters, people who will bring in that to perfection, may not be able to bring them in about the relationship management at work. So usually these people can also be those people who are a little misunderstood at work, because these people seem to be very data oriented, and these people seem to be very, very skill oriented, perfection oriented, but not good at handling people. However, because these people are very competent at their work, they are also looked up to, and lot of times these people also have a certain degree of jealousy from their team members because of the high competence that they bring in. People who have very high degree of acumen in handling money, in finances, in resources, a very high degree of business acumen to understand the business holistically, bring in a rational approach, and also be able to communicate their ideas, present their ideas, and be able to bring in a more problem solving approach are these people. On the flip side, if these people are not careful about not being too analytical, too critiquing, or too complaining, then this is good for them. Otherwise they can only hamper their own getting higher growth, higher degree of designations that also may come to them because of the certain amount of perfection that they bring in. So if they are able to move away from the nitty-gritties and they are able to have a more wiser, more liberal perspective while keeping their eye on logic, perfection and competence, then this is one of the very good combinations to have, very good conjunctions to have of the 10th house lord conjunct with Mercury. Now whichever house that conjunction happens will bring in its own flavor, whichever aspect they also bring in will bring in its own flavor. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Venus, so here you're combining your work ethics, your career, your authority at work, your reputation at work, your dedication, your completeness, your approach to work, your ability to deal with your supervisors and leaders at work, combining it with the softer elements, the communication, the creativity, the relationship management, the fairness that Venus brings in. So these are the people who, when they are involved in their work, they want to bring in a certain degree of financial results also, which they are attracted towards, as well as they like to have the material results also. If a certain job, a certain project, a certain designation, or a certain organization, a certain brand is not able to give them the financial rewards, the material rewards, the growth that they want, then these people will not be attracted to those industries. So usually these people are also attracted to those industries where either there should be a high degree of rewards also in that industry in terms of material benefits, financial benefits, or there should be a high degree of learning or creativity that they can bring in. And so these people will also get attracted towards those works which they can do with a certain degree of values and principles. So if there is a certain principle which is attracting them, if there is a certain value which is attracting them, then only they may play a slightly lower focus on finances, the material benefits. However, these people, because of their strong acumen of working with a lot of dedication, commitment, and bring in the flavor, bring in the relationship management, bring in the softer aspects of relationship, and very flamboyant people who can floor others with their communication skills, with their savviness, their sophistication, and through that be able to influence people greatly, and through that be able to bring about a certain degree of competence, a certain degree of flair and refinement to the work. Usually these people can do very well in those industries which are either connected to bettering your life, bettering the quality of life, nourishment, money, finances, or where relationship management or a certain degree of fairness or judgment is also required. So usually these people, because of bringing in the values, the principles, sticking to working on relationship and wanting to do very well, wanting to have financial rewards, these people also have the flair, the wherewithal, and the intellect, and also the tact to be able to grow very high in the career and to be able to do very well. So usually people who are more successful financially, more successful at getting the material benefits, and at the same time having fair degree of relationship management, and they have their good connections in different departments, and usually these people are the people who are easy to get along with number of people rather than getting onto somebody's bad books are these people. On the flip side, sometimes these people may come across as too superficial, who are going by looks, who are going by attraction, or who are looking or pursuing the quality of life rather, or looking at the finances rather than what kind of company they are working in, what kind of project they are working in. So as long as they are able to keep that aside, they are able to work on the relationship, they will be able to get their material benefits as well as financial success. So one of the better conjunctions to have, the 10th house lord conjunct with Venus, more for material benefits, for financial benefits also, and growing up the ladder because of sheer relationship management. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Moon, so here you're combining your work, your career, your authority at work, your reputation at work, how dedicated you are at work, your approach to work, your ability to work with supervisors and seniors, combining it with the understanding, the caring, the empathy, the creativity, the supportiveness, the emotionality connected to Moon. So usually these people are the ones who, if they are not attracted towards a certain work, towards a certain work ethic, towards a certain degree of output, to certain products, to certain services, they will not go along with that career. So usually these people would need certain degree of attachment, and they need a certain degree of wanting to focus on a certain thing before they want to move ahead. So sometimes these people will bring in not only the perfection, the precision, very high degree of perfection, very high degree of precision. So the cutting edge of technology these people can bring in along with the creativity, but also bring in the empathy, the understanding, the caring, the nourishing approach also. So usually these people will either be in those industries which require high degree of precision, high degree of creativity, high degree of manufacturing ability also, but with the perfection, as well as bring in the nourishment. So they may work either in high technology industries or highly nourishing industries. So in the food industry, or in the healthcare industry, or in the hospitality industry, or any industry where support, nourishment, care, that is required. Apart from that, even in how they deal with the team members in their work, they will bring about the understanding, the caring, the supportive, empathy oriented and approach also, while also being at the cutting edge of technology. So there will be a lot of heart that they bring into their work, there will be a lot of consciousness that they bring to the work, but they will also be very creative. These people are also the ones who will also suggest new changes to the SOPs, to the standard operating procedures, to bring in a different flow charts, to bring in a different degree of product orientedness or product innovation also, to be able to get ahead. The certain weakness that they bring in is sometimes they can be too clingy to a certain team, to a certain team member, or they need a lot of attention from the supervisors, from their team members, and they bring in a certain emotionality also. So they can be very frustrated also, but at the same time they can very highs also, really being very gung-ho, sometimes being very upbeat because of the results. So people who sometimes can be moody, sometimes who need attention, sometimes who can also bring in a certain degree of emotionality while bringing the empathy, the caring, the high degree of precision, are these people. So one of the better conjunctions to have the 10th house lord with moon, especially when you're looking at creativity, the cutting edge of technology, but at the same time those industries which are really required to bring in the softer element, the caring elements to humanity, to people. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Mars, these people combine their work ethics, their career, their authority work, their reputation, their approach to work, their approach to how they work with seniors, higher ups, to which industry they are working, apart bringing it or combining it with the dynamism, the energy, the goal orientedness, the killer instinct, the focus to be too involved, problem solving approach, solution oriented approach when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Mars. So these are the individuals who, while wanting to work in high precision industries, high degree of motivation oriented energies, where their time is of the essence, problem solving is of the essence, high degree of goal is of the essence, market share is of the essence, there you find these people who are in the forefront. So usually those people who, because of the killer instinct, because of the dynamism, because of how they are able to problem solve, and through that they are able to showcase their competence, they are able to showcase their brilliance, and then they picked up to go into the middle management, and then through the sheer hard work, energy, dynamism, focus, and the killer instinct that they bring in, then they are also some people who will grow through the ranks and go to the highest levels. So usually these people are the ones who are very solution oriented, thinking strongly on their feet, and very creative, and they think quickly on the feet. That's why they are so fast moving. So usually people, when you give them a problem, they will immediately be able to bring about a solution, or find people who can look at the solution for them. And so because they are the people who will find solutions, they will be the troubleshooters for you. So higher management usually will find such people to be very good at the middle management, who will be able to lead with the teams, problem solve, and also take the team along with a high degree of motivation, willpower, and sheer dynamism. And these people also like to take care of the teams, and they don't like to listen to no's. And so through sheer hard work and being able to bulldoze their work or bulldoze their way through, they will be able to do the output that is required of them. However, sometimes they can also bring in the high insecurity in others. People also fear these people, because these people sometimes seem to be so good at their work, so bringing in the high energy and the creativity and the problem solving and the ability to be able to run roughshod over others, that people feel that if these people will take our jobs also, these people will also take away our limelight. So these people can also sometimes, without their knowledge, also create those people who may be working behind their back, who may not be your well-wishers, and who will not leave any moment to overshadow you also. But the problem with this placement with 10th house lord conjunct with Mars is, while they bring in high degree of solution orientedness, problem solving, innovation, high degree of motivated energy, dynamic energy to be able to get results, sometimes they may rush into challenges, rush into problems, rush into fights, rush into arguments also, even with the wrong people. Sometimes the relationship management may not be the best. Sometimes it is very difficult for them also to remain motivated in something over a period of time. So if you want to put them into something which the person has to do day in and day out without taking a break, but doing the same thing in and out for years together with no high degree of change in the work, in how they do the work, then these people will not stick to it. These people want a lot of dynamism, a lot of changes, and they are those people who will be attracted to changes more often. So these people usually will not be people who may be wanting to be stable in same role which they do same thing over years and not bring in the change. So usually these people will move quickly through the ranks. You will not find these people beyond 2 or 3 years in a certain role. They are always looking to move ahead and to do something different. So if you want high degree of motivation, dedication, killer instinct, problem solvent, solution oriented, creative energies, then you want to have somebody with a high degree of 10th house lord energies combined with the energies of Mars. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Jupiter, these people bring in a high degree of create career, authority at work, reputation at work, dedication to their service, approach to working with seniors, combining with the liberal, large-heartedness, learning-oriented, strong degree of combining energies, competence with learning to their work and to the ability to be able to then bring in the flair, the motivation and the wisdom to the work. Through how they are able to showcase their competence, how they are able to show their learning. So usually these people are those people who will have a high degree of motivation to be able to get results, but with a certain degree of wisdom. This is not the Mercury energy who's too analytical, who's too result oriented, and who's looking only at numbers and not able to look at the bigger picture, the larger picture. These people may give in at a certain moment, even take a financial hit, so that the team can go along, and in the long run the department is served, in the long run the team is served, in the long run the organization is served. So usually these people will grow to those ranks where they end up becoming the board members. Those people are very wise, those people who can strategize, who can lead the team, who can showcase the way, who can lead from the front, at the same time show the direction to the CEOs, show the direction to the chairman of the company also. So usually these people will be the ones who are the advisors to the suns or the Mars in the team. So people who are advisors or who are the strategy owners, bringing in the competence, bringing in the learning, bringing in a high degree of competence through not only of their educational qualification which they follow and which gets them into the high degree of competence that they want to bring into the work, but also the industrial experience, the wisdom that they have learned over a period of time working with people across the strata, and using the wisdom to be able to handle challenges and issues. So usually these people combine their learning, high degree of competence, those people who master at their games, and also bring in the strategy, ability to work with people and combine both the elements. And usually these people are seen as the most competent people, the best advisors, the best guides, the best consultants to work. And so because of the high degree of expertise, these people are very, very valued. Is a rare commodity. So usually you may find that the CEOs and even the chairman of the companies may change often, but these people, once they become board members, these people are the heart and soul of the company. They are the pillars of the organization. So people who have a high degree of expertise, learning, and who may be very senior people, ending up as the backbone of the group, will be the people who have 10th house Lord conjunct with Jupiter. However, sometimes on the flip side, these people can be a little lackadaisical, come across as not too bothered, come across as a little laid back also. Because they have the wisdom and they don't push through, they don't ride roughshod over others like Mars people do. So these people may not come across as having the killer instinct. However, they are able to combine the Sun's approach of leadership, the Mars approach of problem solving, but also softer aspects of Moon, and combining all of them, these people are the most potent energies, the wisest people, the most learned people, the most competent people when the 10th house Lord is conjunct with Jupiter. Now when the 10th house Lord is conjunct with Saturn, these people then are able to combine their authority at work, their reputation at work, their dedication to work, their approach to work, their approach to how they work with supervisors, with their seniors, combining it with the dedication, the discipline, the loyalty, the organized, structured, disciplined approach to the work also. And usually these are the people who have the highest degree of helping hand that they bring to the team. So usually these people, these individuals are the ones who will be able to work long hours, hard hours, willing to be able to burn the midnight oil, so that they are able to bring in a certain degree of output to their team, certain degree of output to the department and to the project that they work in. So usually these people are the ones who are the best team members, the best followers, but these people are the best in those roles where you are not able to bring in creativity on a day-to-day basis, where a certain degree of strong rules and regulations have to be met, processes have to be met, and you can't make changes to it easily or quickly or suddenly without losing traction, without losing finance, without losing the customer loyalty also. In those areas, in those reputation, in those service oriented industry, these people can do very, very well. Say for example, in the banking industry, where you can't change processes at the drop of the hat, or you can't change processes in, say for example, a communication industry, you are not able to bring in a high degree of innovation and creativity suddenly because the industry is too big, the companies to spread out. There, the people who have strong 10th house Lord conjunct with Saturn will bring in a certain degree of sanity, certain degree of focus, certain degree of structure, organized, structured approach, dedicated, committed approach to customer service, customer loyalty, and how the organization works. So such people, when the 10th house Lord is conjunct with Saturn, will be the best people in the middle management, and sheer patience, perseverance, hard work, dedication, organized effort will take them to the top. So usually the people who have worked in different departments, they know almost about every department, how they work. They know a lot of people in the organization because they have worked there, they have supported them, they have been able to bend their back to be able to serve others, dirtying their hands, getting to the bottom of the ranks, and to spend time there. Through being able to spend time there, then understanding the industry, knowing people across the board, and through that bringing in a certain degree of refinement, service orientation to their work, service orientation to the career, a lot of followership that they also are able to enjoy because of them coming across those people who look at the lowest of the low rung as the pillars and the foundation of the organization. So usually such people are very good as people who can manage large teams, who can also bring in a certain degree of care, dedication, commitment, and attract loyalty from people and then get the work done. So in industries where a large workforce is required, a certain degree of service orientation is required, hospitality industry, service orientation, manufacturing industries, or in large organization where the bottom rung people who are the customer service orientation people, those people who are in the manufacturing, who also are the people who are the bottom of the rung, who are the levers which move the industry, there the 10th house Lord conjunction with Saturn brings in the best pillars that the organization can look at. And usually such people with the 10th house Lord conjunct with Saturn will bring about the stability, and the organization who have been able to do very well over many decades and have still been the leaders are the ones who will have people at the top of the 10th house Lord conjunct with Saturn. Now when the 10th house Lord is conjunct with Rahu, this is an energy which is combining their reputation at work, the approach to work, the approach to how they work with supervisors, with seniors, and to the industry that they work in, with the energies of Rahu, the hunger, the greed that they have, and the tact, the certain degree of material focus also to be able to get the killer instinct, to be able to get the best results. So these people are the ones who are the believers of smart work. They are not the one who believe in long, hard hours and then grow slowly over the ranks. These people are the ones who want to move quickly because they feel that quickness is the name of the game. Those people who are ahead of the competition will do better. So these people can be very good at high creativity and innovation. They are not people who want creativity or innovation because they feel that is required. Sometimes they can be very creative and innovative because they feel that is the name of the game. Say for example, a telephone company who's manufacturing telephones but who have the 5 different models which will come out one after the other over a year's time already planned. So they will bring in one innovation in model A, they'll bring in a slightly different innovation in model B, they'll bring in a slightly 2 or 3 different innovations in model C, and they have chalked out for the entire year, and they will release one model after the other, looking at the market share, looking at how to garner and working out with the levels, looking at the prices, and then through that being able to get the business success is this energy. So these are the people who will be the people who are not only in strategy but also in innovation, also in marketing, who have a sharp focus on finances, and combining their hunger, their greed for stronger market share and to be the leaders in the industry, and then use that combining with the 10th house of work, career, karma, getting work done through the leadership, through the innovation, and also bending their fingers to attract the smallest bit of peanut butter which is left in the bottle is this energy. So these people don't mind being a little manipulative, being more diplomatic, being more tactful, and using their ability to liaison with people across departments to be able to get the best work done and to be able to get the best out of the project and to be able to get the best out of the marketing ability. So overall, those people who may not be perfect in their work, these people may not have a high degree of competence, the technical competence may not be there, but the sheer acumen, the marketing ability, the number driven energies, the ability to understand what the industry is needing, how to be able to bring in all these innovation, the energy, the structure, the approach, the creativity, the finances, and speed, and then to be able to deliver and then to capture the market. and then rise at the top of the industry to be the leaders of innovation and the leaders of the market is this energy. So if you have the 10th house lord conjunct with Rahu, this will help you whether you start slow or you are already at the top of your game. This will help you to be able to bring in the tact, the energy, and to be able to do more smart work rather than hard work. So usually these people are not the slow movers which a Saturn may bring in, or the number crunching that a Mercury may bring in, or high degree of wisdom that Jupiter will bring in. These people will combine little bit of Sun, little bit of Mercury, little bit of Jupiter, and then combine that to be able to bring in the most tactful, the most hunger, greed oriented success to the department, to the team, and to the organization. So very potent energy to have in today's times, in today's world, if you have the 10th house lord conjunct with Rahu. Now when the 10th house lord is conjunct with Ketu, so here these people bring in a dedicated approach, a committed approach to work with the energy to do, to commit, to give back to others, along with how they work with the supervisors, along with how they bring in a certain degree of success to the department, success to the team, success to the industry. Usually these are the people who will be able to do most for others, for the team, for the project, for their bosses, for the industry, but least for themselves. So usually those people who have a very strong focus and like a tunnel vision at their work, almost a myopic approach to work, where they are not looking at anything else, but they're only looking at, this is my responsibility, this is what I need to do. I don't want to be involved in the power struggle, I don't want to be involved in the grapevine, I don't want to be involved in the politics, are these people. And so usually these people will keep their work to their work. They will not be having the eyes and ear open for the grapevine and to get into the power structure or the power struggle. And because they don't want to get into the power struggles, they want to be good with everybody. So they don't understand the power struggle which is happening sometimes within the team, because they don't have an ear to the ground. Their eyes and ears are all for the work that is cut out for them. So usually these people, because of not being political enough, because of not being tactful enough, not being manipulative enough, they may end up doing most for others, most for their teams, most for their bosses, most for their department, most for the industry, but least for themselves. So usually these are the people who may miss out initial high growth within the industry, within the department. However, because these people have a strong focus about giving back to people, being more charitable, and being those people who want to do more for others, and usually they are the people who have missed out over a period of time, the zodiac reward these people. Especially, for example, in India you have the Tata Group, which looks at how I can do more for others, and these people have brought in a certain degree of people orientedness to their work. So for example, within the Tata Group you may have a company like TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, where they have established almost 45 years back, but the first 25 years they were trying to establish everything, bring in the structure, and then slowly working over a period of time, trying to do more for others, trying to do more for society, trying to do more for the people. And but because they have been dedicated, people have been committed to giving back more to society, to the people, to the country. So today TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, is the biggest company within the Tata Group. Their market capitalization is bigger than all the other Tata Group companies combined together. So one of the market leaders in the IT industry over a period of time, because of the approach to doing more for others, to giving more to society rather than looking at material benefits, rather than looking at financial benefits. So if you are a person where 10th house lord is conjunct with Ketu, then do keep your eye to the work that you're focused on, but also try to know what's happening around you. Keep your eyes and ears open, because then you may be missing out opportunities where being a little tactful, being somebody who can also work on your relationship will be helpful to you. Otherwise, you may get the rewards of your labor, huge rewards of labor, but over a period of time, sometimes too late to be able to make any difference to you. So now friends, that we have talked about how the 10th house lord conjunction with different planets will bring about different permutations, different combinations, different results for you. Please jump in and see where your 10th house lord is placed, if it's in certain conjunction, under a certain aspect, under certain doshas and yogas, because that will bring in a certain flavor and a certain degree of results to your career, to your profession as well. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me with the link given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.